Previously on Follow the Leader. Today, we're playing Ironsworn, a tabletop RPG of perilous quests by Sean Tompkin. For those of you who are new to the game, here are the basics. In the Ironsworn tabletop role-playing game, you are a hero sworn to undertake perilous quests in the dark fantasy setting of the Ironlands. You will explore unattracked wilds, fight desperate battles, forge bonds with isolated communities, and reveal the secrets of this harsh land. Most importantly, you will swear iron vows and see them fulfilled, no matter the cost. But here's the thing. That thing I said about Ironsworn taking place in the Ironlands, that's not happening today. We're playing in a different world, a different land, though no less harsh. One not a sort of Iron Age, sort of Viking epic, but no, one clutched in endless winter. Yes, this is indeed a sequel, or at least a follow-up to our Lady Winter Protocol game, where you met Kasdelian Hrothgar, as well as the other two characters. But it's not immediately relevant because we're not actually playing them today. We're playing a different group of adventurers who reside in the Great Burrow.
For today, I'm going to be playing Morden Faraday. You know him in the past as an arsehole warlock, arsehole pirate, and arsehole fallen angel, if you support us on Patreon. But today, instead, not only is he not a warlock, he's not human or an angel either. He is a hobgoblin, which in this setting is sort of like a anthropomorphic weasel, muscle. There's definitely something weaselly about him.
I'm going to be playing a boy named Smith. You may remember him as an orc. In this game, he is a troll, but he is a big, soft boy. By boy, I mean man. He's like older here.
This time, we've got two returners, which means that I have to continue my trend of always making up new characters as much as possible. With Halfdan Old Dog.
Old Dog.
Good name.
Old Dog. Yes, an elder within the Bugbear tribes in the new Goblin Kingdom that was forged by Kasdelian Hrothgar. Halfdan Old Dog is an old, graying, muzzled bugbear. And so we go for a nature walk. We go out, and it is quiet. It's just cold and it's bright. The sun is shining on the snow, filtered through the trees, the pine forest that the burrow is within. When that silence is split by a very distinctive sound. The cry of a human infant. Left, swaddled in blankets, in a cradle, or like
A bassinet, something that vibe.
bassinet, yeah. We now return to your game, already in progress.
I think the opportunity that we get, I pulled a volcano, a dormant goddess, a cooling island, lush with sprouts, a season of peace. I think whatever space we've managed to find Maybe it's like a cave that's not currently occupied by anything else, and we're able to have this quiet night. And I think as we awaken in the morning, we find that the weather conditions, maybe the dampness that we've brought, I don't know how mushrooms work, let me be clear, but between the moisture we've brought in and the cave's natural atmosphere, like mushrooms have grown up overnight around us, so we can replenish one supply.
Hell yeah. That takes us back up to 5.
Yeah.
Halfdan takes one of the mushrooms and kind of puts his hands together with them inside and says, "Thank you for the gift."
Gift.
I think I'm going to mix. Why not? I am going to I'll gnaw on some mushrooms, and the thing that I was gonna have for breakfast, why not? And we talked about the fact that we do have livestock underground. This sort of it's milk, but it's also loaded up with melted butter as well to make it extra rich. So it's good to help you keep warm.
Mm-hmm.
And I will sit with the baby for a little bit and just okay, I don't know if you've had this before. You're in for a wild time, and just feeding the baby.
Aww.
So
I think Mur takes a look at these mushrooms and is like, all right, nice. And he puts them on a skewer and roasts them over a fire.
Ooh.
For breakfast. And he also spends a little bit of time, thanking the cave.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he buries one of the roasted mushrooms in the ground as an offering back, and then buries some of his own food, some of his own food supplies with it as a giving back thing for the food thing.
Nice.
He respects the ground and the earth.
Well, we all live underground.
True.
So I feel like it makes sense that we've all got that kind of vibe for sure.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good shit.
It's good shit.
All right.
And then Halfdan garlands them on a string for ease of carry.
Nice. Okay. Day 2.
Day 2.
Here we go.
Where's your roll? You get a +1 on this.
Yeah, I got a +1 on undertaking a journey, so I guess I will roll it.
Hell yeah.
I don't get great on wits, but that's okay. Weak hit.
Nice, you rolled a 1 on the challenge die, which makes it real easy.
I rolled a 1 on my action die.
Still a weak hit though. We
still got a weak
making
hit
progress.
somehow.
We reached the next waypoint on our journey, and we only lose 1 supply in the process.
Takes us back to where we were.
Mm-hmm. What's this next waypoint look like? And I suppose, what's this day's journey like?
I think Mur wants to carry the baby this time, and he's trying to figure out how that's gonna work out.
Shot down.
No, okay. All right then. Fine. That's
you can carry Mur. You can carry me if you want.
Suppose.
I know it's not quite the same.
He will. He's gonna allow that. You can just sit on his shoulder if you want.
So this is what it's like to be tall.
Mm.
Can't say I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's quite high up, isn't it? All right. What does our next place look like? I think it looks like a small settlement. Not a settlement of humans, but a settlement of some kind. Maybe...
Is it one of the abandoned ones where everyone's had to go underground because of the weather?
I think it might be a small kind of burrow situation where it's not the Great Burrow. It's not huge, but it's a little... I'm trying to think of how to put it. It's a couple of rooms. I really want to say it's kind of like a hobbit hole where it's just one or two buildings, quote unquote buildings that are all underground.
Like an underground tavern.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a little underground way station almost. A way
Love that.
way house.
Well, how is it marked demarcated up top?
I think that there is a door in the side of a hill.
Mm-hmm. But there's nothing tall, like a flag or another larger indicator of it.
Maybe they've got it's not like super tall, but maybe they've got like a sign up front on like a pillar,
Mm-hmm.
like where it's sort of, you know, blowing in the breeze. It's on chains. It's got like a little, just like a picture of a beer stain sign, a beer stein, just like on the front, and it's just sort of like creaking in the wind. And then, you know, there's a couple of windows with some cheery light flowing out of it. I would say that the door is painted like a bright red to really like stand out against the winter, against the sort of frozen landscape.
Nice.
And
you said there were lights on inside it,
Yeah.
so this has not been abandoned.
yeah, so it's not abandoned, but it's definitely like something's going on in here.
Mm.
You know,
Who's home? Lights are on in somebody's home.
someone's home. Yeah.
You want to draw a card for some randomized input?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't have cards to draw.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I drew unicorn. Rare and wondrous skittish frame, stilled with a calm touch, or... Oh, this one's fun. Beautiful and territorial, horn dripping with poacher's blood.
Ooh, interesting.
Mm,
I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be a literal unicorn, but I like that.
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, or we could have an easy time at this very pleasant hole in the ground, as opposed to a hole in the wall place, which I don't know if you guys know that turn of phrase.
Yeah. I know that turn of phrase.
Look, sometimes I will bust out a turn of phrase and my lovely American friends will be like, Jade, what the fuck does that mean? So, you know, I like to double check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, good that you do. Yeah, which do we want? Do we want, like, these are some kind of, like, poachers or looters of some kind, or do we want, like, we're just gonna have a fun time and, like, maybe protect our child from a child's delicate ears from the swearing of people drinking?
I mean, if we're showing up to, like, a fae community, goblin community, like a non-human settlement with a human baby,
I do like the idea of it being goblins.
it could be a goblin bar.
A little goblin bar.
Like showing up at a biker bar when you're like, oh, but instead we're showing up at a goblin bar with a human baby. I do feel like that's quite funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The bar.
Is that striking the right tone we want?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we know. How does a goblin bar respond to the arrival of Halfdan Old Dog, given his rep and him being like this former clan leader and scold to like the current king of the 5 goblin kingdoms? I'm sorry, I forgot Casdelion's full title. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I'm sure we can look it up. We'll flash forward just a moment as I scroll back to Lady Winter and see if I did write anything crazy down for Kaz.
I'm sure you did. I remember him having like a really long name.
If we did, I must have improvised it because I don't seem to have written it down.
Of course. No worries.
Yeah, you might also be mixing him up with Rascal,
Yeah.
Captain of the Tile Boy, Scourge of the such.
It would be the first time a character of yours has had multiple names, either at one time or over the course of various lifetimes.
It's true.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's a good. You have a brand, and it's a good brand.
Mhm.
So.
It's great.
Anywho, how does this goblin bar react to seeing you?
Good question.
Is it fear? Is it respect? Do you want to roll and see what the vibe is?
Yeah, I want to roll.
All right.
I'm also just thinking of like the Goblin Country game that we played and how like rowdy those goblins were, and thinking about those types of goblins. How did those types of goblins react to seeing that?
Well, they're off in their own place.
Yeah, no.
As we discussed.
It's not those goblins, but it's like that kind of vibe, you know?
So that's a 52, which I'm rolling on the character disposition table on page 29 of Lodestar, and that gives me wanting, which means they want something.
Maybe. Oh, have you got an idea? Sorry. Oh.
I mean, you say your thing first.
I think they demand a story. Like, they want to hear an epic because of who you are.
Oh, okay. So let's set the scene then. As we have been walking all day again, believing we are going in the direction of the human settlement that the half Dan half remembers. We see this little burrow built in the middle of the woods with a little beer stein on it, and half Dan kind of squints like, they're doing a business out here? Did not know of this.
Seems to me that might be some sort of way, like a way house for travelers like us.
People always want a drink,
Fair enough.
especially when it's cold.
And it is very cold. Sorry, I just dipped into your accent. And it is very cold.
Half Dan raises an eyebrow. Yeah.
I apologize. Sometimes when I hear other people speak, my voice just sort of tends towards what they do. I promise you, it is out of nothing but respect.
And the wind like kind of picks up and howls a little bit, and he just puts his fluffy paws on the baby's head, like earmuffs, and he says, "All right, we need somewhere warm and out of the wind." And kind of gestures for someone to open the door.
I will open the door.
Oh.
Actually, you should open the door because you're the right size for it.
I open the door, sort of gesturing, and as we sort of get in and start shaking snow and stamping like off boots and whatever, this sort of ripple goes out through the. It's like it's not massively crowded, or maybe I don't know. It's not a massively large space. It seems to have a lot of energy, but like a group of 3 goblins can make as much noise as a large gathering of other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, just like, sweet goblin Jesus. That's half Dan. Old dog. Oh my God. Oh my God. Go talk to him. You go talk to him. And just like a bunch of these pair of goblins, like, I was just like, it is a pleasure to have you in our establishment. Wow.
Thank you.
Did you pack a lunch or something? Gestures to the, can't see the baby, but to the large basket that you're carrying. Well, we do food, not much food.
No, this is a precious cargo. It's not for food.
It's a treasure. But not a treasure for taking, mind you. This is our treasure.
Ripple of gossip goes out. It's just like, oh, treasure. Well, of course it's half done older. Of course it's going to have treasure. What do you expect? And just sort of like, the whole place is a buzz.
Yeah. I also want to say that Murr is like folded in half, trying to not like bang his head on the ceiling here. Like, he is like really too tall for this room.
Please, my friends, we have our own food. Perhaps we will have a bit of a drink, but the thing we need is warmth and safety for the night.
Oh, well, that we can certainly provide, but, you ask Jim, you ask him. You fucking ask him. And just like back and forth, much bickering.
Yeah, sorry. I'll do my thing again. Oi!
What?
Give us a story. What do you ask him? Get us a story.
I mean, my esteemed colleague over there does make a fair point.
It's half an old dog. Of course he's gonna. It's his thing. It's his thing.
It is, in fact, your thing, sir. Would you regale us with a tale in exchange for a night of rest and safety as best we can offer here at the Broken Stein? Our steins are not actually broken. It is just a catchy name.
Because our side's broken.
You should fix your sign. But
How do you think it adds character?
Yeah, it's character. Come on.
Fair enough. Okay. If you are letting my old bones rest by the fire, I can tell a tale.
I felt, people pull, like, stools out of the way.
Halfdan just kind of goes over to the fire and kind of slowly walks in a little circle, and then kind of like creakily sits down to cross his legs and straps the baby to just sit in his lap, and pulls out a little pouch, and he says, "I will tell you a tale. It is an important one. Shall I tell you of how King Hrothgar and Queen Maeve spit in the face of unjust winter?" And he takes a little pinch of powder from the pouch and tosses it in the fire, and it roars, and for a second all of the flames turn blue and the shadows lengthen.
Morden glowers at the shadows on principle because he's still mad at them.
Would you like to know of how people, even people, different worlds and different sides, can learn to be as one?
Like a disgruntled voice of actress. I was hoping for like a decent war story or something, but story's a story. And,
there is battle in this, my friend. Have you not heard the saga that mentions the knight thrown down and yet spared by King Hrothgar?
Oh, that does sound pretty sweet. All right. And like all these like goblins start falling out of like various spots. I don't know if you've seen that TikTok of the guy trying to put like a bunch of ferrets in a cat carrier. It's got that kind of energy. Like you really aren't sure how many goblins there are because they're sort of like tripping over each other.
I think Murr is going to take a seat by the fire as well to listen because he's like, I've heard this story before, but I'm interested in hearing it again from this bitch.
I want to hear how you tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Kaz is definitely heavily featured as like the main character.
Go figure.
Version.
Mm-hmm.
But Tala and Miva are also important supporting characters, secondary protagonists.
His fucking wife.
Yeah.
If you too would like to hear Halfdan Old Dog's story about the overcoming Lady Winter, check out Arc.
42 and 44 is what it says in our
I
in our
think
thing.
so. Yeah.
And so what Halfdan is actually going to do is he is going to forge a bond. He has the Story Weaver asset, and when you secure an advantage, compel or forge a bond by sharing an inspiring or enlightening song, poem, or tale. Envision the story you tell, then add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit.
Hell yeah.
So Halfdan is going to tell this story. It's going to be Heart. He's going to get a +1, and we're going to see how it goes.
Oh, them bones. Hell yeah!
That's a strong
hit. A mighty strong hit. Damn.
That's a 6.
Hell yeah.
+3. So
Nice.
Halfdan is now bonded to the broken stein. Means he ticks another tick. He's got his 1 full box on his bonds thing, and he takes +1 momentum from Storyweaver, and then because he has Max Spirit, he actually gets +2 momentum as well, which means that Halfdan is sitting at 8 momentum.
Jesus.
Oh boy. Momentum caps out at 10.
Caps out at 10, which means that at least there will be one point where Halfdan will almost certainly be able to force a strong success.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Through just pure grit. Yeah, and he tells the story, and yes, and Kaz is the most important character in his telling. And he's spends some time on like, oh yeah, and he had the elf blade that he had won in a different tale, and perhaps someday I'll tell you that. But today we talk of this, and this, and then Miva and this, and yeah, less romantic, like because like in Lady Winter, like they were all romantically entangled.
Yeah,
and he doesn't really like talk about that as much, so much as like the importance of their cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he rolled a strong hit, so it seems like
They love it. They love it.
They're going absolutely wild. They're like, yeah!
5 stars.
Yeah, and there, and there's the part where like Lady Winter comes at the very end to render her judgment, and they like just mock her or steal something and then ride off on a sled.
She rejects them. I think she like rejects their gifts.
Yeah, and then we did steal the sleigh.
Yeah, we stole her sleigh and
We
then rode
defo
off
stole.
into the wilds.
Redistribution of wealth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And it was then that they built the great hollow that still stands, and they begun the process of resisting a winter that did not accept them.
And Myr's sort of like nodding, like, yep, that's what happened. I wasn't there, but like, sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and they loved it. It was a very successful time.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the night there. Unless anything else happens.
I think it's
I like that.
yeah, it was really nice. It was like sweet. Are we like sleeping by the fire in the bar? Or do they have like rooms, do you think?
I kind of like that visual, especially if this is more of a. They probably don't have the kind of
Nope.
rooms they have. Probably aren't big enough.
You know what they think? Well, no, they probably have. They probably have those lattices that you put, like that you stack wine bottles in, and they have just put pillows on each of those
Incredible.
because they're goblins.
Incredible.
That's
Like,
incredible.
yeah, this is the sleeping area.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sleeping sitting on the floor leaning against the wall then. Because they're all goblin sized.
It's a good
Yes.
visual though.
It's a good visual.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Myr is sad that he has not yet gotten to interact with the baby much at all.
You can interact with the baby, you just can't take it.
I see.
All right. So last leg of the journey, as it well, to the next waypoint, I guess. So we want to do another Undertaker journey roll.
Yes.
You want to do that again, Ma?
Oh yeah. Do I still get +1 to it, or?
Oh, because that was from the make camp, wasn't it? You had that +1.
Yeah, it was from making camp. I don't think this counts as making
Yeah.
camp.
No, we didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were sleeping in a bar.
Mm-hmm. Which means that we didn't have a chance to do anything else. But we also didn't lose any supply.
Yeah. All right. So, who has the highest? Who has the highest summary?
Wits?
Yeah.
Well, it's Morden who's rolling next.
Oh yeah, Morden has to roll it. Okay.
Ah.
That's right, because it's like Morden's turn to roll it because he's sort of going
Yeah.
around in a circle.
Even though that's not the way the game works, that's the way I think.
That's
we
the
That's
way
the way
we
we're
decided to
making
do
it
it.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's Zach's turn to describe what the waypoint is, so it works.
Mm-hmm. But first, you roll.
Oh, do
Yeah.
we think we've made progress on our journey? Should we add another?
Tick.
Oh, we've already added
Another
a tick.
set of.
Did we?
Well, well, yes, for the last one, but yeah, we've continued to progress.
Okay, that's a weak hit. So again,
Yeah.
lose the supply, but we make it to the next waypoint.
Oh yeah.
What is it, and what do we find?
What is it, and what do we find? Well, I'm going to roll a location. On the location Oracle, page 24. That's a ravine.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We see. Here's what we do see: is we see smoke in the distance, and Halfdan is like, "Oh, that must be the village. There are chimneys and such." But between here and there, there's a big, deep chasm, and the bridge on it, an old rope bridge, is just waiting to give way.
Hmm.
Right.
It's still intact, but who knows for how long?
Yeah.
And what it would allow it to be on it.
I worry that two of us are a little too heavy for that.
You'd be right to.
That bridge.
How wide a ravine we picturing here? Is it like
the one that you would need, a bridge to cross?
Yeah.
So one that certainly was with the outside of the normal expectations of what one could jump.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the only thought I have on the matter.
All right. I'm gonna gather information
Cool.
on the area, and as I'm acting, I suppose I'm acting on behalf of, but we're not within the community right now.
No.
And I'm not asking questions of a specific person. So, okay.
Are we sure that
Mm-hmm.
gather information is the right one? There's not like a scout move or something.
Because gather information gives when you search an area is
Okay.
one of the, or follow a track.
Mm-hmm.
So, cool. On a miss, your investigation unearths a dire threat or reveals an unwelcome truth that undermines your quest. Pay the price.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Okay, well I know what it is. I got it.
Okay.
You are looking around, looking at this bridge.
Yeah.
This old ratty bridge, and you're kind of feel like, oh, we're in the middle of nowhere. Is this just an old bridge that someone left? Is that anybody maintaining that? And as you were thinking about it, a big hand rises out of the chasm,
Mm-hmm.
and a huge head comes and follows it as an enormous troll comes out and leans up and says,
No. Most people would have just walked across by now. Don't you know that spontaneity is a spice of life to be so scared? And it's a little bit sad.
Excuse? I did not come here to get negged by a ravine troll.
I was hoping you were here to be eaten by one.
Our main concern, of course, is that we are quite a bit larger than your average folk, and we are worried we would break the bridge, but also...
Yes, you break the bridge, you fall down, your body breaks on the rocks below, and then I get to have lunch.
Not a huge fan of that one, unfortunately. We've got
It's the circle of life.
We got a quest we gotta achieve here. Jesus Christ.
Quests.
My bridge drawing skills have could use some work. That's fine.
yeah, and the one. So this is a threat, and also the dire truth is that this bridge is made to collapse.
Yeah.
Love that.
I love that.
Narratively speaking.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't love that for our chances, but I do love that for the narrative.
All right. So what kind of foe are we looking at here?
You said this is a bridge troll?
No, I meant in terms of dangerous, formidable, extreme.
Fair.
Oh, this guy's probably pretty dangerous.
Okay.
But if he's a troll, then he's one of my people.
Oh, your people. Oh, it's up to you to decide who people belong to, huh? You think old Shortwood belongs to anybody but himself?
Some people are just assholes.
I was not going there, my good sir. Simply informing my companions that I believe you can be reasoned with as a reasonable troll. As one troll to another.
Yes, but you're a forest troll. I'm a ravine troll. They're vastly different experiences.
Be that as it may, of course, I recognize that your experiences are quite a bit different from me, a royal blacksmith as I am.
Roy, signed up to wear the leash of the elf, huh?
I would not necessarily refer to it as such. I did my time in the wars, and I retired. Happy life to create works of art for the elves. and for all of our people.
Our.
I don't think he's buying what you're selling.
I'm not sure he's going to listen to me at this point, but I'd like to try.
Yeah, we can do like a move for it.
Yeah, I was about to say, like...
there's compel.
Compel sounds good.
When you attempt to persuade someone to do something, envision your approach and roll. If you charm, pacify, barter, or convince, it's heart. If you threaten or incite, it's iron. Or if you're lie or swindling, it's shadow. This sounds like heart.
Yeah. I'm basically asking for his help to get across the ravine.
Or, just not eat us would be grand.
Not eating us would be grand, too. So, basically, first, don't eat us, please. Second of all, if we could get your assistance in crossing this ravine, seeing as you have admitted that this bridge will not hold us, I would be greatly obliged to you.
I'll give it a go. Let's see how.
All right, let's
Give
see
it a
how it
go.
goes. Oh, wait. Moves. Roll. I would like to roll with heart. I don't think I have any specific asset that will help. So I will modify 0. Weak hit. As above, but they ask something of me in return. Envision what they want.
Yeah, you don't have any assets, you said? That have anything to do with this? You are...
I don't believe so. Most of my assets are combat-based.
You also have a horse. That has not come up.
Oh, that's right. I completely fucking forgot about my goddamn horse.
Incredible.
It's fine. I left my horse at home. It's okay.
Uh-huh. Maybe you should grab a different asset.
Yeah, perhaps.
You quickly look at that. You quickly look for an asset. Dakaraka discuss what the troll wants.
Yeah.
I think the troll sniffs the air.
Oh.
Oh, no.
It's true that goblin bones stick in the teeth, and troll skin is tough and unpleasant. But man flesh, that's a delicacy in these days. I smell a little more amongst you.
I do not believe...
That can't be right.
Yeah, I don't know what you're...
Did you step in something on the way through?
I don't think I did.
Sorry, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know.
We ain't got nothing like that for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure what. I also don't know what ritual to pick. Or which.
Yeah.
Are you trying to swindle this guy?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It seems like
I am lying my ass off, is what I'm doing.
Do you have any assets for that?
I do have compelled by lying. I get a +1.
You're a trickster. You're
I
a
am
tricky,
a trickster.
tricky little weasel.
That was the vibe of the character. Okay, rolling with.
I think Chortle the troll looks confused.
His name is Chortle.
It was Chortle, yeah.
Love it.
I looked up on the name table.
Yeah.
You get a strong hit? Hell yeah, you did.
Fuck.
Okay. So, on a strong hit, they do what you want or share what they know. Take +1 momentum. If you use the exchange to gather information, make that move now and add +1. Okay.
Fantastic. So yeah, so you managed to convince this guy that there is no human here.
Yeah, maybe it's just like, you must accept something. Or look, I'm sure there's got to be a settlement not far from here. Maybe the wind's just favourable today.
Perhaps. Well, I suppose out of pity for your lack of station, Mr. Smith, I can ignore this trespass. But if you want across my ravine, well, has walking amongst the willowy fragility of the elves made you forget yourself?
How so?
There are trees longer than this ravine is wide. Use your strength.
Suppose you are correct. I was like also thinking like, how could I build a bridge earlier
Yes.
before the troll was introduced?
Are you not a troll?
I am a troll. You are undoubtedly correct, sir.
Chosen correct.
I will do as I must now to create a bridge for us all. I appreciate the reminder.
You want to hurry? It will splinter after a while, but if you're quick, you should be able to get across.
All right. I'm gonna go take my I think it would be very funny if I'd use my hammer to like knock down a fucking tree.
I
Sure.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
Or just like rip it out.
yeah.
Yeah, you have the Thunderer.
Nah, I'm gonna use a hammer. It's funny.
Yeah. So this would be
Hammer's
this
a
would be-
multi-purpose tool.
this would be securing an advantage with iron.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is what I would think.
And
Or just face danger by
yeah.
not really risky. Yeah.
I think securing an advantage by hitting or breaking an inanimate object. And that means I get to add +1. Secure an advantage.
Yeah, with aggressive action, forceful defense, strength, or endurance.
Submit,
Mhm.
I get +1. Strong hit.
Weak hit.
Hell yeah.
Weak
It's a
hit.
weak hit.
Oh, what? Oh, never mind.
The strong hit was
the strong
mine.
hit was yours. It didn't scroll down properly for me.
Yeah, you've still got +1 momentum.
Yep.
Which
Yep.
means, yeah, have you got enough momentum to make that a strong hit?
So
Looking.
that means it
Yes,
says on a weak
in
hit,
theory,
take
right?
+1 momentum, which means I get +1 momentum for the asset of by hitting or breaking an inanimate object. Add +1 and take +1 momentum on a hit, and then I get another +1 from the actually succeeding at it, which means that now I have 4, which is not enough to
Yeah.
do that.
Which is fine. It just means that our momentum is fleeting. Or rather, our advantage is fleeting.
Which means that
Which,
we can get across
gotta
the
run
bridge,
across.
but it is going to fall apart behind us.
yeah, so like you like knock down this big old tree, roll it across the ravine, and we all like quickly hustle over. And as we do, Chortle is like hanging off the side, like someone hanging out off the side of a pool.
Mm-hmm.
He goes,
Love that visual.
Love that visual.
"Oops," and just pulls the tree sideways so it rolls and just slams into the bottom of the ravine and says,
Guess you'll have to try the bridge next time.
Suppose I must. Thank you for your kindness, sir. Gives him a little salute as he's walking away. You know, your kindness in not eating us.
he rolls his eyes and clambers back into the ravine.
Love this guy. Alright, we made it across the ravine.
We made it across the ravine. Now, we've each undertaken a perilous journey.
Mm-hmm.
Our progress is almost complete. So let's
Yeah.
try to reach our destination. We roll our challenge dice and compare it to our progress. Does anyone want to hit the conclude button?
You should take it, Zach. You've not rolled in a little while.
Sure. It's a weak hit. On a weak hit, you arrive but face an unforeseen hazard or complication. Envision what you find.
I feel like the humans don't like us very much.
That's one thing. I mean, I was going to say, because I had said, like, we had seen smoke
Hi.
before,
Yeah.
Mm.
and that could just be cook fires or fireplaces, but it could just be a burning village.
Yeah.
Oh. That's not good.
No.
Hmm.
I guess let's draw a spindle wheel card.
Okay. Come on, spindle wheel. Give me something good, or at least narratively interesting. Flip. Leviathan. Scale beyond reference, ambition outside of reason, servant to nothing. Or a much more upsetting option, which is a mindless hunger, a tireless machine, crude oil burning in seawater.
Oh, burning in seawater. Sounds like a burning village to me.
Well, it's not just a burning village.
Mm-hmm.
It's... We crest this final hill, and we see the way down obscure, not opened up to us as we pass are now at the top of whatever hilly mountainous area we were in, and it goes down into a valley. And in that valley, we see the village, and it is on fire. But it's not like a chaotic fire. It's not like people running around and trying to put it out. Nobody's moving to put it out because every villager has been rounded up and is standing in a kind of motley group on one side, watching their homes burn.
Oh, fuck.
Because amongst them, on big iron horses wearing dark iron armor, are knights, soldiers of some new kingdom that has been faced with an endless winter and knows that the only way to stay warm is for something else to burn. The kingdom of industry that will ensure that heat is ever present, but only to those who come to them. We see a recruiting vanguard. These people's homes are destroyed and they are being brought into the fold. Because when you're brought to work the factory, you can't miss anything back there. That's Leviathan for sure.
So that's not good.
Yeah, very good.
And so, yeah, the sparks kind of blow along the wind, and a light on our fur and our kind of homespun clothing and old wooden, items, as these black iron knights round up the people and load them into smoke-belching wagons to be brought to their new home.
Well, we brought them a baby.
No, we are not bringing this baby to them.
No, we're not. That was out of character that I was saying that. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Halfdan.
Yes.
How much space have we got at the Great Barrow right now with the expansion?
More than we had before. A few dozen niches.
Right. Bear with me. And Morden's idea is to go... There are always people like Morden around. He knows people. Not everyone is going to be going willingly because they've just lost their homes. So be like, okay, we've burned your homes, you're coming with us. Morden is going to go see if he can find anyone willing to listen to him and come back with them.
So Morden is going to sneak into this burning village to okay, fantastic.
Give people an out.
That sounds...
Get even a couple of people out. I will.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And this, I think I'm going to attempt to do Shadow Walk again. Just sort of duck in. Just this time I'm going to quietly pull the hood. I just right, look, I was clearly pushed my luck last time. You know how I feel about things. Can you just cut me some slack? This once.
I can do more than that. And he's going to kind of click his tongue, and Baraka kind of looks at him and says, keep hidden. And Baraka flutters over to your shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to secure an advantage for you.
Ooh.
I'm going to roll Shadow. I'm going to get a +1.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And I am going to burn momentum to give you a weak hit.
Okay. So does that
Which-
give me a bonus to my roll?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a point of momentum, and then I'll also give you Baraka
Okay. So I need to roll Shadow
with the +1.
+1.
And Mur is standing around ready to look intimidating to protect people.
Strong hit, baby. That's a 10.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, this time it does work. And Morden and Braca sort of like disappear out of sight. And yeah, so I suppose this is then I'm sneaking my way down. And I suppose what move would this be? Either facing danger, maybe gather information.
No, this is facing danger because we've got the information.
Yeah, we know what's
Yeah,
up.
all right.
And it's bad.
Okay. I'd say I'm still doing this with stealth because I'm trying to avoid notice and
Absolutely.
Okay. Face danger. With
And what does the bonus for Shadow Walk get you on a strong hit?
+1?
Strong hit +1 momentum. Then you get to re-roll any one die on this next roll.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no, I think I didn't just mark that momentum you gave me.
So that would take
So-
you up to 6 or 7.
Okay, 6. All right. So Shadow +1.
That's another strong hit.
That's a 10 again, baby.
So, yeah, I guess this is you take it. What does this look like as Morden becomes one of the shadows?
I think what this is like the smoke is blowing around this village, and for a split second in places, the smoke takes on almost the appearance of a raven's wing or a slender figure, but then you look again and it's gone. And I just like the visual of he finds a couple of people, maybe a young couple or a small family. Either way, a little group that are bickering between themselves about what they're going to do. And just he leans down or from around a corner, and just like this voice out of the dark, just being like, well, this situation looks pretty fucked. You want a way out? And just like offers this hand out of the shadows to this little group. I like the idea of it being a trio, because we're a trio, and obviously Lady Winter was a trio as well. So
Yeah, absolutely. Just disappear.
and pull them into the shadows with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you want to come live in our cool commune? It's kind of crowded. All we ask is, do you help us look after a human baby? Because we ain't got the first fucking clue.
We do not know how to raise a human child. I'll tell you that much right now.
Because the fact of the matter is, like, what exactly is the wording on our vow to the kid? We will find this child a safe new home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, the Grey Burrow is one of the safest places to be.
Yeah.
Very true. It certainly is.
Absolutely. So we had gotten 2 for getting the thing,
Mhm.
right? And we had gotten 2 for getting these people, which means it's time for us to fulfill our vow.
Oh, yeah.
When you achieve what you believe to be the fulfillment of your vow, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Momentum is ignored in this roll. This is a full thing because we were getting 2 every time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is wild. I guess a 10 is still a 10. A 10 is still a thing. So we rolled a weak hit on that. Our vow was full at 10, and we rolled a 10 and a 2. Which means there's more to be done, or you realize the truth of your quest. Envision what you discover. Then mark experience. You may set an iron vow to set things right. If you do, add +1. What is more to be done, or what is the truth of our quest?
I think the truth of our quest is this is about more than one human baby. There is no surviving winter until we work with humans that aren't the druids, who are already sort of part of the deal, as it were. And this is about realizing that, much like we had to deal with Troll the Ravine Troll, that winter is not the only thing we have to worry about when there's this force where people are using iron like that. And we need more than just a trio of folk and a baby. We need to do more.
What is our vow? Do we swear a new vow yet, or do we just know that there is more?
I don't think yet. I think it's that knowledge that there is work to do, but we don't speak for our whole community. We need to go back to Kaz and to Miva and explain what we saw. This has to be something the whole burrow does, not just 3 individuals. Collective action, baby.
Hell yeah. Well, then that is what we will do as the trio with their new human companions turns back around to journey home to the Great Burrow to see what yet must be done about this new threat in the land of eternal winter. We all mark 1 experience.
Hell yeah.
And the book closes for this chapter.
Fuck
And
yeah.
that is Ironsworn.
That was fun. I feel like if I played it again, I'd have a stronger sort of sense of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Playing it GMless compared to playing it GM'd, I think I like it more this way, I gotta say.
We've never played it GM'd.
Didn't we play it GM'd when...
No, that was also GMless.
Huh.
Yeah. We all had
Weird.
GMs.
Cool. Well,
But yeah, no, I like this a lot.
That was fun.
It's a cool system.
was
It's
a
got a
really
lot of
cool
little fiddly parts.
Yeah, a lot of moving pieces, but...
Well, what it has is a book that none of us read cover to cover.
Yeah. That's very true.
Life is full.
Life is full.
Full of obligations.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, check out Ironsworn. It is really well written and very cool. It's just sort of a lot to wrap your brain around at once. But that's on us, not on the game.
Yeah. I feel like I'll have a better sense of it next time I play.
Yeah, check out the game.
Check out the game. It's good.
But meanwhile, we should do a sign-off, and I am excited to know that the Tales of the Land of Eternal Winter have yet more to offer.
Yeah, me too.
As we, hey, guys, this is like season 6 of Follow the Leader now.
What the fuck? We've been doing this podcast for a while, huh?
Some of us have.
True.
I
don't know what you're talking about. You've been here since the beginning.
I sometimes forget that you haven't been here since the beginning. Gonna be real.
Let's
Yeah.
Thank
What's
you for
thank you for listening.
Yeah, you're leading. I forgot.
I know. I forgot what to say. Well, thank you all for listening to Ironsworn and to Follow the Leader. What do I say at the end of an episode?
You sign off as yourself, and then we all sign off, and then we tell people where they can find us.
Fantastic. Well, I have been Zachary Frederickson, as well as Half Dan Old Dog and Chortle the Troll. And you can find me you can find me on Twitter at I am... No?
Nope, that's the music.
You can find me on Twitter
God.
at ObfuscatingGod. You can find the music I make at iambugbear.bandcamp.com. And on the Standing Stones YouTube channel, you can listen to the entirety or watch the entirety of Sagas of the Sunless Reach, The Riddle of Rule, our actual play Pathfinder campaign that I ran over the course of summer 2021. Whenever this comes out, that might still be this year, might be a last year. Who knows, really?
Time is fake.
Time is fake, but it was a great time. We just, at the time of recording, just wrapped it yesterday, and it went pretty well. Them vampires got what was coming to them.
Hell yeah.
And so thank you so much. I have been joined today by Sam.
Hello, I have been Sam. You can find me on Twitter at SAKalo, and you can find my portfolio website at www.samkalo.art. That's all I have to plug right now.
And I've enjoyed by Jade.
What's up? I'm Jade. I have today been a version of Modern Faraday, as well as a number of goblins at the Broken Stein. You can find me on Twitter at JadeOxfordRose. You can hear me on Dumb Kids Playing Hero, an Animorphs-inspired actual play podcast over at DKPHpod on Twitter. You can follow the show, follow the leader at FTLcast on Twitter and at FTLcast.com. Check us out. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/FTLcast. And you can follow our guilds, Standing Stones at Stones_standing, where we do regular streams on Twitch. It's a fun time.
Mm-hmm. A lot of great shit.
A lot of really good
Listen
stuff.
to some good content. And thank you for listening today. Wow.
Let's clap. Let's get out of here. And let's all have a great winter.
Hi, it's August, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on your podcast platform of choice, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about us using the FTLcast hashtag. We are also part of a nonprofit podcasting guild called Standing Stones Productions. We do a variety of shows, including The Room Where It Happened and Dumb Kids Playing Hero, 2 actual play shows, and a Steven Universe discussion podcast called Gay Space Rocks. We also do live streams at twitch.tv/StandingStonesProd. You can keep up with everything that we do on Twitter at Stones_standing. Unfortunately, Standing Stones was already taken. Your support means a lot. Thanks again!